Yes, before you guys start commenting on all of my original posts, yes, I did saw it. Now, let me tell you my thoughts. But first, let me explain. If you have been a long-time fan of my YouTube page, you would have known that I am a huge fan of Toy Story. Toy Story was literally my childhood. I had the toys. I watched the first two movies when DVDs used to be popular. Toy Story 3 was my first movie theater experience. And I went to Toy Story everywhere and got to meet the characters and ride the rides there. So it's safe to say that I am a massive fan of Toy Story. I love those movies, and yes, that includes Toy Story 4. Like, I pretty much ignore what every hater of that movie says. Like, I'm not gonna what flaws they are trying to point out ruined my love for this movie. Like, Toy Story 4 is a movie that I will always defend. But I respect your opinion if you don't like it, though. Like I said, I love all Toy Story movies. And when Toy Story 5 was announced, I wasn't too thrilled at first. Like, the series not only ended perfectly once, but twice. But they decided that they're gonna be like, fuck it, we're gonna make another movie. And now, after that, I saw Inside Out 2 and how good it was. I wouldn't be surprised if Toy Story 5 reaches my expectations. Like, I love these movies, and I still have that inner child in me. And I just really want to see all of my favorite characters again. Like, in the clip that I just showed you at the beginning earlier, we saw the Squeeze Toy alien, and then we saw the Toy Story 5 logo, and we see the characters Woody, Buzz Lightyear, and Jessie. And we also got a bit of concept art. So this takes place right after Toy Story 4. At first, I was a bit confused on whatever take place right before Toy Story 4 and right after Toy Story 3. Because given that in this picture we see Forky, but then I realized I take a closer look to see that Jessie is wearing Woody's badge. Given that Woody gave her his badge in the end of the last movie. And it appears that this story is going to be revolve around Bonnie setting aside her toys and focusing on electronics, like she'll become an iPad kid. And not only the iPads are going to be the main villain, like another main antagonist are 50 red, white, malfunction Buzz Lightyear toys. which we saw in D23 or D24. So we get more variants of Buzz Lightyear, which is nice. That is exciting. So, either way, I can still say that Toy Story 5 is completely unnecessary. But I really want to be bring back into the world that I've grown up in. I just want to see all of my favorite Toy Story characters go on another adventure. Maybe it wasn't like that at first because, like I said, Toy Story 4 I felt like had a perfect ending to the series. Say what you want, but that's just my honest opinion. Like, think of Toy Story 3 as the end of the toy's journey with Andy. And think of Toy Story 4 as the end of Woody's journey. Well, at least that's what I thought it was. Apparently, according to the caption, it says Woody, Buzz Lightyear, and Jessie in the whole Toy Story game are returning. And it's also been confirmed that earlier that Tom Hanks and Tim Allen will be returning. And I am also assuming that a bunch of the original cast is returning, like Joan Cusack, Tony Hale, Wallace Shawn, and John Ratzenberger, and Blake Clark. But if they're gonna cast the potato heads, are they gonna have to go through voice archives like they did with Mr. Potato Head in the 4th movie? Because we all know that both Don Rickles and Estelle Harris, who played both of the potato heads, had sadly died. So, it's either that they're gonna have to find somebody to replace their voices, someone that sounds just like them, or they're just gonna have to go through voice archives that they used for like merchandise in previous movies, or they're just gonna retire the characters. So anyway, I can't wait to see what they do with Toy Story 5. So that's just me giving my honest thoughts about it. I'm really optimistic about this, and while at it, we should bring up what they also announced. For starters, they announced Inside Out Disney Plus series called Dream Productions, which is pretty much the Dream studio that they had in the first movie. And there's an original movie called Hopper. And no, it's not a spin-off on the villain from A Bug's Life. And an announcement for Incredibles 3. Yes, it's been confirmed that we're getting a third Incredibles. And just like Toy Story 4, I know not many people liked Incredibles 2, but that's another hold on. That's another one of those movies that I will defend. And I can even go on to say I will defend other movies such as Lightyear, Turning Red, and Ralph Breaks the Internet. And I respect your opinion if you don't like any of those movies. But anyway, I think that includes this video. Can't wait to see what they do with Toy Story 5. And can't wait for Incredibles 3 while at it. So anyway, that includes this video. I'll see you in the next one.